Hi, today is Sunday, February 16th, 2025, and this is Jen from Behind the Scenes Tarot. If you like this content, please like, share, subscribe, and help me grow this channel. I saw in the news on Friday that Elon Musk's Doge initiative is going to be investigating NASA. So if you saw my video from yesterday, you saw that I looked into Doge investigating the IRS. And, we got the sort of usual suspects of they're going to be exposing the nefarious kind of ways that they've been spending money and funneling money and all sorts of things. I didn't want to do that same kind of slant with NASA because NASA holds something very special in all of our hearts, right? I mean, it's part of the fabric of national pride, and we sent man to the moon and had movies about it, like Apollo 13, and came together as a nation through hardship with the Challenger explosion. And I mean, my God, it's been part of everyone's lives for the past 50 years plus. So I wanted to do something respectful about NASA, but at the same time acknowledging the fact that they really haven't done much recently, right? I mean, it's been kind of taking way to the private sector with SpaceX and with Richard Branson's initiative, and every billionaire under the sun, I guess, now has a space agency. Even Jeff Bezos has one. So what I want to do is look at what's going on with NASA as a company, like as an entity. Like, where are they right now? What are they doing? Because we haven't really heard much from them recently. So that's what I'd like to do, is just do a sneak peek look into NASA in general. So show me the true behind the scenes energy of NASA as a company or as an entity, government agency, however it wishes to identify itself. There's DEI initiatives. I know that that's been something that's been in the news as well. And, I'm all for people, expressing themselves, that maybe they feel different on the inside as how they show themselves on the outside. I'm the first one to support you on that. But when it comes at the detriment of experience, and mistakes can be made, that's sort of when that initiative starts to become harmful. But that seems to be the only thing I know about NASA these days. That's kind of a shame. I feel like it kind of is a bit of a PR issue at the moment. So show me the true behind the scenes energy of NASA. 3, 2, 1. So in the current position, we have the Six of Wands and the Devil. No surprise there. Every government agency I get has a devil in it. You saw me shuffle. In the past is the Nine of Swords. So this is unnecessary stress, or, as I was alluding to, the PR nightmares. I mean, it rifes with scandal, like even the Stanley Kubrick, faking the moon landing conspiracy theories and shooting it on a stage in Nevada. So like it has a lot of PR nightmare issues. I feel like, they're acknowledging those issues in the past, and going forward, it's, how do we create a victory? How do we move forward with this government agency? Interesting. The current position at the surface is Ten of Pentacles. So I'm not quite sure what this is going to mean yet. Does this mean it has a lot of money? Does it mean that there's some initiatives going on, or is this an energy? Is this is something material? Pentacles are material, so there's something tangible that's very abundant, and sort of like a completion of something physical that we're about to see in the current position. So let's take a look at the future, and then we'll go ahead and clarify these cards to get deeper meanings. Okay. So in the future, we've got the Ten of Swords, which is the ending of a narrative. Page of Swords. Okay, I would expect to see this card. This is our pivot. As one thing ends, something new is going to emerge. So I'm very curious to see what this last card is going to be. Okay, so Four of Swords. So this is sort of like an inner journey. There's some strategy, probably some planning going on, nothing that's really been outwardly expressed just yet. So we're pivoting, we're closing out a narrative, and we're going to be emerging with something new. So let's get an overall clarifier of the reading in general. The moon and The Three of Pentacles. Is this that we're literally working to get back to the moon? I mean, should we take this at face value? I mean, you can't make this stuff up. It's literally the moon card when we're talking about NASA. All right, so let's start clarifying these cards and getting some additional context here. I'm being drawn to the Devil. So, is this a government agency? Here's the Eight of Pentacles. This is your money at work. Seven of Swords, strategy and temperance. So this is like a slow and steady wins the race, but there's also healing here. So there's a strategy to heal this government agency. So I wouldn't say all hope is lost here. Doge might be looking at the money or might be looking at how the organization itself is structured, but I feel like there is a strategy at work here with the government agency. So that's quite interesting. Temperance, let's clarify the temperance. What's getting healed? Two of Swords, the Hanged Man, the Hierophant. Okay, so this is some big energy that's like, we're not ready to tell you something, but guess what? There's going to be a revamping of NASA as an agency overall and how it works. So there's a strategy of how it works that's going to get cleared up. But we're not ready to tell you exactly how that's going to be, but there is going to be an official announcement in terms of a change of perception. So we're going to start to see NASA kind of shift and pivot a little bit in terms of how it's being perceived, potentially even clearing up these old narratives that have plagued it from a PR perspective. Let's look at the Six of Wands. Chariot, movement, Nine of Cups, Two of Cups. It's almost like there's a partnership to get this up and running again. Is there like some private entities? Because we did mention that there's private sector folks in the space game. But I feel like there's a partnership behind the scenes that's going to help this agency get back into movement again. I mean, rockets move, they go up in the air. So the Chariot, is that another word for a spaceship? Let's clarify this Two of Cups. Who are they in partnership with? Six of Cups, Page of Pentacles, High Priestess. Well, it's sort of a secret. There's been a secret offering. I don't get that they're buying NASA, but I feel like there's a collaboration or I actually wanted to say funding, which sounds ironic because there's a lot of money in the center here. Maybe that's where this money is coming from, is this side deal over here that we don't really know about. Let's clarify the Ten of Pentacles, the Sun, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. There is definitely a celebration. I feel like there's an influx of capital. There's partnerships to help, the rockets, here, the spaceships, Chariot. Let's clarify the Chariot. What kind of movement are we looking at? Hermit, which is a pathway. Three of Swords. I almost get they're partnering with private sector or someone else, and we can clarify this Six of Cups in terms of who that other person is or that other agency is. I feel like the technology we've got to move away from the technology that NASA has. It doesn't have the right technology to move forward. And so they're having to partner with a totally different agency to be able to make progress. And I feel like this Ten of Pentacles is actually them saying, hey, I think we're on to something here. We actually have something we can work with. That's what this is saying. And maybe if we were to look at this Nine of Swords in the past, we might have said, that they really they didn't have the technology to make it work. I feel like that's exactly what this is saying, which is this, the strategy of how this agency is working. That's why they haven't told us yet. I feel like that there's sort of, I mean, what my fantasy is like, that it's like all this suppressed technology that we start to use, like anti-gravitic technology or something along those lines. But yeah, they were stuck. That's why we haven't heard much from them, because it's like we've advanced technology so much in the past 20, 30 years. Why couldn't, the space agency keep up with that? So I'm curious what this Nine of Swords is in the background. Nine of Pentacles, abundance, Ace of Pentacles, the World. Well, the World is a completion of a cycle. Ace of Pentacles is sort of a new offering, and at Nine of Pentacles is, a sovereign card. So was there like funding that was ending, that they were it was a completion of a cycle of funding. Maybe that was their issue. Maybe or funding, or this could be technology or something along those lines. But there was an ending to something here that didn't allow them to proceed, and they needed this other partnership to help them move forward. I'm curious what this Six of Cups is all about. Five of Swords, Ace of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. There's definitely something new. This Five of Swords, they're sort of victorious in a new pathway. So whatever this is, it's totally new technology. They needed to have this infusion of new technology to revamp this agency. And I feel like they're sitting on the precipice of going like, hey, there's something really special going on here. And the moon could be a secret business dealings, or it could be a business dealing to get to the moon. Let's kind of clarify the moon. I'm curious about this. Nine of Wands, Page of Cups, the Star card. Are you kidding me? You can't make this stuff up. The moon and the star, you guys. We're talking about NASA, so I'm going to take this at face value. I think they're trying to get back to space. And they're working with other agencies to try and help them. Just for fun, let's clarify, what is this Three of Pentacles? Who are they partnering with? I still don't get a good read on exactly who yet. Queen of Cups, Judgment, Seven of Wands. I think we're going to hear of a partnership pretty soon, because the Judgment card is an announcement, and Queen of Cups is, like she's pretty good about making this announcement that she's fine with this going public, and the Seven of Wands is they're actively working on making this announcement now. So I feel like we're going to hear in the future of this agency partnering with someone else, infusing new technology to help get back to space. So Page of Swords, let's clarify Page of Swords, because this is our pivot. So now this is where it starts to get interesting, right? This is where things take a turn. And I don't know how this has an impact with Doge. I really don't. Well, it's kind of interesting. And look, when we talked about private sector and Elon Musk having SpaceX, and now the dude is investigating NASA, and I feel like this is going to be its opportunity to kind of have a PR renaissance and be able to say, hey, we're doing something different here. It's a little curious that it's Elon Musk doing it, because he's kind of playing both sides of the fence at the moment, investigating them, but also potentially being part of their new technology solution. For all I know, I have no idea. Page of Swords, let's clarify. Four of Wands, Ten of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. Whatever it is a good fit. This pivot, this shifting in a new direction, man. I tell you what, this is like a marriage made in heaven between two companies. One that needed an infusion of capital and technology, and another one who probably wanted to be able to leverage, the gravitas of a US agency. Even though that agency shows up with the Devil card, and you can see that there's some strategy going on. They're not ready to really share, this new direction, because it's still silent, it's still hidden. But whatever this is, I feel like the people will actually rejoice from this. So this is sort of like a yay, merging of two worlds. It will be a little too close to home if it's Elon Musk. Look, I feel like Elon Musk 2.0 is actually doing really cool things for the country and exposing things that need to be exposed. But he does have a vested interest in this. So, a little interesting there. Okay, so 10 of Swords. Let's look into that. Ace of Swords, King of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. So something has to end in order for something new to emerge, right? You've got to have a breakdown to have a breakthrough. Close the door, drop a class so you can add a class. Whatever this is, there is an ending that's going to be announced, and a walking away of an old narrative or a sort of an old initiative in favor of something new. All right, what is this Four of Swords? What is it that's, being dreamt up here? Queen of Wands, King of Swords, the Empress, giving birth to truth and integrity in a new path. This is NASA getting a reboot. They're giving birth to truth and integrity to a new initiative, new technology, new funding, new collaborations. This is a whole new organization. And it's actually shown over here too, right? The hanged man is a change of perception. The Hierophant is a new official direct, this is officialdom. And then actually, I feel like this is already in play. We just haven't been told about it. Let's clarify the Empress. I'm running out of cards here, man. And the bottom of the deck is Two of Wands, which is, looking off into the horizons to see what's possible. The Empress, the Emperor, the Six of Swords, and the Queen. God, I felt like we already had Queen of Swords. Okay, so the Emperor is Trump when I'm looking at agencies like this, and Trump is saying we're moving into a whole new direction, and I totally see that that's possible. Yeah, the top of the deck, Page of Wands. This is moving in a new direction, so I see how this is totally possible. Trump is taking on a lot of echoes from the Kennedy administration. Kennedy was very pro NASA, very pro space. And so it doesn't surprise me one bit that he would look to completely revamp the whole NASA initiative, move it away from its old narratives and allow for new technologies to emerge. I just am very curious as to, sort of the collaboration with Elon Musk and Doge, since he owns a space agency and now he's investigating the government one. So are we going to hear that there's a merge of the two? It could potentially be viewed as a conflict of interest. Just one last card is, on the whole. Come on! Death. What is going on here? All right, there's a breakdown in order to have a breakthrough. All I can tell you is that NASA is about to get completely revamped. I don't know if this has anything to do with Elon Musk, but Doge is going to be looking into it. I think we should be definitely glued to our seats to hear what's going to come out of this. So I look forward to the future and learning more about this. So I'm Jen with Behind the Scenes Tarot, and have a great rest of your day. Thanks.